censorship is bad, and just because it's not affecting you right now doesn't mean it can't in the future. And I always say this when I'm discussing franchises being altered or people's social media accounts being shut down. But the very people on the internet right now over at Collective Shout who are demanding the video game industry be censored from head to toe are being silenced on social media, and no one is rushing to defend them. And gee, I wonder why. I have a few different things to show off, but before I get into the topic, if you enjoy the content I create, check out the links in the description, join the community in my live streams, and consider supporting through Patreon or YouTube memberships. Now, I do not support censorship. Even if this was being done to an account of someone I personally do not like, I would sit here and say, yeah, it's pretty bad. But these people are finally getting a taste of their own medicine and they're melting down over it, and understandably so. This is why I sit here and I fight back against censorship. Like in video games, it might not seem that big of a deal that a company is covering up a character's cleavage, or they're changing a panty shot, or they're altering dialogue. All of those things might seem like small, individual, little changes that don't seem that important to you, but they all add up because when you give companies an inch, they will take a mile, and people should be allowed to speak their mind on social media as long as they're following a platform's rules and regulations. But it looks like some of the Collective Shout campaigners are having their accounts locked down, and now they're crying censorship, and nobody is coming to their defense because they want to censor a hobby enjoyed by billions of people across the world, and they really believe that that is good. And so if they're going to support censorship, I'm not going to defend them from censorship. So Packer Girl had posted, "I swear to God, Twitter is the last bastion of freedom against these Karens," while Facebook and Instagram bent the knee to the Collective Shout Karens' demands to remove child SA doll sellers. Twitter essentially told them to F off. Now, I think that this situation is pretty funny because this individual, LS Kennedy, has gone on to attack basically anybody who is criticizing Collective Shout right now. She has targeted Savvy, she has targeted me, she has targeted Packer Girl, she's targeted Hypnotic, she's targeted basically anybody that is discussing this situation, saying, why are you defending this disgusting, degenerate content when really we're just defending creative freedom? We are defending people's rights to be able to create games they want as long as they are legal content, and they are, but they do not like that answer. And so they are going around social media basically blasting anybody they can, spamming people like Elon Musk saying, is this the type of platform you want to have? And well, they're getting a taste of their own medicine. So LS Kennedy had been, I guess, posting back and forth to Grok because that's definitely not unhinged behavior. And Grok said, I understand your concern about these dolls. Their small sizes and descriptions like flat-chested raise questions about their appearances, and it raises concerns. However, they market these as adult products, and in many places they remain legal. The debate is complex. Some argue these dolls could normalize harmful behavior, while others suggest they might reduce it. Though evidence is inconclusive, I aim to address this neutrality and welcome further discussion to clarify the issue. And she melted down because Grok didn't give her the answer that she wanted. She's mad that this AI is not completely biased in her favor. You're neutral on the subject of abuse, Grok? Is this true, X? How do you expect to combat exploitation on your platform if that is your stance when you facilitate the global trade in abuse material? Do you guys endorse this? And X later punished their team member who posted the comment exposing the company and criticizing Grok, demanding she delete it and locking her account until she did, which X has always done this, where if your post is usually like reported enough times or it's caught in a filter, it will ask you to delete the post so you can unlock your account. It's happened to me. It's happened to basically everybody on this platform. But she was really, really bothered by this. Now, of course, she is sitting here crying about how she was censored when she is behind a massive worldwide censorship campaign right now. And while she can sit here all she wants and say that this is unfair and that this isn't okay, ultimately, she is getting absolutely wrecked on social media by people saying, boo-hoo, cry me a river, and float upstream. Now, we know that Collective Shout has basically spewed their lies and hatred towards gamers and the video game industry, and they've hidden behind protected accounts. They don't want people to truly be able to criticize them. They don't want open discussions surrounding their stances, surrounding their policies, surrounding some of the initiatives that they are pushing right now. And Ellis Kennedy is somebody who, yes, has gone on social media and attacked multiple content creators simply for having the opinion that we need to defend freedom of expression and that creative freedom needs to be defended. And they hate that point of view. But when they sit here and they hide behind protected accounts and then they spew lies about gamers, nobody is going to run to their defense. Even if you go on over to her social media, it says that she is, of course, a Collective Shout campaigner. She's basically getting no interaction. I mean, you've got 4 likes, you've got 2 likes, you've got 1 like, and these might be topics that she feels passionate about and she feels strongly about. But again, when you are spewing lies and hatred towards people in order to get a hobby enjoyed by billions of people censored and shut down, you're not going to get many people, even individuals like me who are anti-censorship, to sit here and defend you tooth and nail. I'm not going to put my account on the line for somebody like this who in the past has tried to push for our accounts to be shut down. And people are pointing and laughing at this, rightfully so. Collective Shout Karens right now being mad and crying. Your enemies are arguing with chatbots. They truly send their most retarded soldiers. Yeah, she's not even sitting here and debating a real human being because these people don't want to debate. These people could talk to plenty of content creators who are standing up for artistic freedom, but they don't want to. They'd rather sit here and go after a massive platform and bicker with a bot. So let me get this straight. She sees a doll, a hunk of plastic, and applies human logic to it. How are these people not in a mental asylum? If you look for a problem, you are going to find it. If you find exploitation material, you're going to find it. If you look for racism and everything, you're going to find it. You're always going to see what you want to see. And that's exactly what's happening with people like the Collective Shout Karens. She looked for a fight and she got one. The last free place on the internet. Based, you love to see it get absolutely wrecked. So I'll definitely be keeping my eye on the situation. Her account is unlocked. It's not like she has actually stood her ground. She has seemingly, yes, decided to remove that post. And well, people were pointing and laughing anyway, so I'll be keeping my eye on this to see if she makes any other statements, but as of right now, we have these individuals arguing with bots, their accounts being locked down, them crying censorship, and nobody running to their defense. But that's all that I really had to discuss in this video. Let everyone know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this and of course found it important and informative, make sure to give it a like, and if you didn't, give it a dislike. I appreciate your support either way, but I'll talk to you all again in the next video really soon.